Hello everyone, this is Yvonne Alvizel. Welcome to my channel. Today is December the 8th. Happy Friday, which is a new collab hosted by Mimi with Love here on YouTube. It's a hashtag that you can use to upload your December projects every Friday and each Friday in December. It can be anything you want. Anything you're making, anything at all, anything that you want to show our crafty community. So I'd like to share my Spellbinders Paper Arts Crafty Advent Calendar. And I've done 7 days prior to this. And today is the 8th, and I'm going to open up box number 8, which is right here. And then I'm going to use whatever product I have in here from Spellbinders. It's been a lot of fun. This is my first advent calendar. And it's the first time I've been challenged to immediately make something with a new item. Usually I ponder how I'm going to use something, or sometimes I'll just keep it for a project that I have in mind, and when I get to it, I get to it. A lot of us will buy craft supplies and then have an idea what we want to do with it, but keep it on the shelf for much too long. So I'm going to put this to the side. And it looks like a new die, an itty bitty die. Let's open this up. How's your Friday going? Mine is going very well, thank you. Looks like a mushroom, guys. We just had dinner with some friends, so it was nice catching up. And it was 3 hours talking and reminiscing, catching up. And it got cold outside. That's why I have my lavender little Sherpa jacket here to warm up. I live in Central California, and as soon as the sun goes down, the temperature drops. Okay, so it looks like that goes there. These are mushroom caps. This looks like grass. And it looks like this goes in here. And it looks like this goes on the underside. Yeah, I like that. Let me zoom in so you can see those better. Sorry about that. So we have 2 sizes of mushrooms and some little grass. Okay, so I'm gonna gather some supplies and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've chosen some papers from my scraps. I'm going to make an ATC, which is 2.5 by 3.5, and I've got some orange metallic cardstock for the mushroom tops. I always cut the pieces bigger than I need. I don't know why I do that. I'm using some shimmer cardstock for the bases of the mushroom caps and the stems. And it's a cream shimmer paper. It's really pretty. I'm using this kind of an orange with polka dots. It's kind of it's like a middle orange, not very bright orange and not on the paler side, but it's a nice color, and it's got the polka dots in there. So I think it'll give it some nice texture. And then I'm gonna go with a kind of a standard green for the grass. Everything fits on my little mini magnetic plate system here. I am using my Anna Griffin Mini Empress. And I'm gonna send everything through. I'm just gonna check to make sure all of my dies are cutting into my magnetic shim. And let's do this. One pass should be enough. This is all just regular cardstock, probably 65 pound. So I'll put my other pieces there. I'm going to use my Spellbinders tool-in-one to get these to release. And they've cut very nicely. Oops. Let me pull the paper and the dies away from the magnetic shim. Spellbinder dies are very nice. They're very durable. They're not flimsy at all. I haven't had any issues with my Spellbinder dies. They're top quality. Yeah, look how clean that cut through the magnetic paper. And I'm going to use the brush end of my, I have a trash can here on the side. Get all those little bits to release. And I just now noticed what I've done. I need to cut an additional piece. For both of these tops, the mushroom caps, because all it's going to do is cut the little, doesn't have an edge to cut the paper, so that means we have to use the shadow layer, if you will, to call that, to cut out those caps. So let's try this again. Good thing I have plenty of this orange here. So we're gonna place this here with this large die and kind of center it so we get a nice kind of even border. And the small one, just kind of center that so we have even spacing all the way around. I think that looks good. So we'll go ahead and put that through. Turn that on. And what I may have to do here to kind of piece this in. There we go, that's a nice clean release. I like cleaning the dice immediately afterwards, just in case I want to turn around and make some more. But I think we need to cut this one out as well. So I'm gonna okay, so what I'm gonna do, I should have put both pieces in there. I've only really worked with dies this past maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. I have a Cricut maker and that's what I used to use primarily. I've had a die cutting machine for a very long time, but it was mostly for sentiments. Yeah, that's nice. Let me see if I want to leave that the way it is and just have that dimension instead of having to piece that in, but I think I'm going to you know what, I think I'm gonna leave it, and the next time I use this die, I'll cut that out. I don't think that looks too bad. To have a little bit of the metallic as a little border there. It would still be there, but this gives it a little bit more dimension because it'll be sitting on top of that orange metallic foil. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. Yeah, I think I'll leave that. Okay, so we have that piece. We'll turn this off, push it back. And I have some glue here. And let me grab this. Do you hear that noise in the background there? That's the mouse in the kitchen coming to grab a snack. AKA my hubby. Ooh. Look what the little mouse gave me. Little snackaroonie. Ghirardelli squares, milk chocolate caramel apple. If you have not tried these, don't know what you're missing. If you love caramel green apples, you know, the kind you get at the fair. I get one every year when I go, and they're decadent to me. A guilty pleasure, because you get your fruit, the green apple, and you get chocolate, this is milk chocolate. So it's not as good for you as the dark chocolate, but delish. Okay. 2.5 by 3.5 for an ATC. And I'm gonna glue this bit here. Now that I have this silicone mat from the Dollar Tree and I like it, I should use it. So I'm going to turn this way. And these are all scraps from my scrap pouches. And I just want a little bit of this lovely little border sticking out. And with a wet adhesive, gives you just enough time to move things around, kind of even it out. The glue will dry clear. I'm using Art Glitter glue. And have some this is a an Ink Essentials water-based stamp cleaner, and it's bubblegum scented, but I use that to clean things off as well. So now I'm gonna put this on. This is another piece of cardstock here that has already done a lot of work for me here because it looks like it's paper pieced. Some collaging there, and I like the contrast between the cream and the darker color. And I'm going to put this right up on the edge as well. So I'm going to put glue on this piece. The glue's coming out a lot. I don't know why it's not squeezing that hard, but don't really need that much. I'm going to line this up along the edge. Foam folder. Just kind of burnish that to get the glue to adhere to that cardstock. And turn it around. Just trim that off. A little too much glue there. Let me zoom down a bit so you can see. Okay, so we have our base now. And first thing I'm going to do is glue my little cap, metallic cap, onto my shimmer. And I'm not going to use dimensional foam adhesive this time because with ATCs, I like to keep them a little flatter so they can fit into the little pocket sleeves, whether I keep it or whether I give it away to somebody in a swap, or, you know, I want them to be able to store it without having to worry about it not fitting in the sleeve. So we're going to just set that on top. Line it up. Give it a little time to adhere to the shimmer cardstock. I think this orange is kind of a burnt orange. It's really pretty. Okay, then we're going to put this piece of cardstock. If I can pick it up. So I have been catching up on some videos and learned of the hashtag December Friday for by Mimi with Love. She's such a sweet friend and hilarious. I just loved her video today. She's in training to become one of Santa's elves. And when Santa is calling her bells on her hair ring. She's so cute. And her poem was really cute as well. So we're just going to set this aside to let it dry. Bring these two over. Okay. Art glitter glue is really good. It adheres pretty much anything and everything. I don't think I've ever had an issue with it not adhering to what I've applied it to. That little bit of shimmer is nice as well on the bottom. That cream shimmer. I'm not pressing really hard. I'm just trying to give time to the glue to adhere to that bottom layer. That's nice. And then we have our stems. I love mushrooms, eating them in salads, sauteed dishes, all kinds of dishes. We have a local farmer's market that sells a very wide variety of fresh mushrooms, and we often get them. So this is going to go right at the base, and this one will go here. This one's smaller, so we'll scooch you over. Normally I would distress, but I think the cardstock is doing that already for me, and I wanted a little pop of color here. Yeah, what do you think? Okay, so I think what I will do first is put the stems down and then put the cap and the bottom on. So let's adhere this. And I'm going to scooch this over. I want some of this, yeah, right here. Our little bit of grass. Mushrooms are very nutritious. And we tried a coffee that had the mushrooms in it for mental clarity. Didn't taste bad. We already drink cold brew coffee that my hubby makes without any sugar or creamer or any of that stuff. And it's so delicious. I never in a million years thought I would drink black coffee. I'm a have a little coffee with my cream type of gal. Love, love, love French vanilla creamers, all that good stuff. But yeah, just I'm trying to maintain good health, you know, have to cut a lot of that stuff out. So we did it together. And yeah, he started making the cold brew, and it's delicious. Highly recommend. If you have acid reflux, cold brew coffee is the best thing. Get all the lovely flavor of coffee, the natural sweetness of the coffee beans without any of that acidity. I pressed a little too hard on that one right there in the corner. big one is gonna go here. Yeah. Does anyone have big plans for Christmas? My son, one of my sons, is coming to visit, so we're excited about that. And we just learned today that our grandson may be coming to visit from Alabama with his mom. So yeah, his birthday is at the end of the month, so it'd be nice to see him for his birthday. Okay, that's what we're looking like right now. What do you think? See that metallic orange? I like to call it a burnt orange. And then that shimmer cream cardstock. And the white kind of embossing on this strip here. This cardstock has kind of a coating over it, so it's glossy. So we have the matte look from our cardstock, kind of a faux vintage vibe. And it talks about the type here, Wedgwood, varieties, stems. So that kind of goes with my mushroom vibe here. I like it. And I'm gonna put a sentiment up here, and I have this stickers from Heidi Swap that I picked up at the Dollar Tree a couple years ago, a year or two ago. And when it comes to anything with nature, these are the kind of sentiments I think of. Now they do have adhesive stickers, but I like to put a little bit more of the art glitter glue to make sure it doesn't come up. And this is just breathe, and I'm going to put this in an angle as well. Well, I'm looking at this right here. I have to clip this edge, white edge off. Let me set this on here just for a second to get that to adhere. I'm having a lot of fun with this Spellbinders Advent Calendar. Last year, I totally enjoyed watching channels do their daily unboxing, and some of them, you know, making something with the items, crafting, you know, a little sample of what you could do with them. Now, I do have a little glue that came on that, so what I do is use this stamp cleaner, just hit my little baby wipe here and go over the top. take a closer look. Let me see if we can get a closer. Just breathe. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I love mushrooms, and I love this will be great for an art journal or any type of journal for the outdoors, for my gardening. We're planning on having a garden this year, next year actually. I'm sorry. We're almost done with the year. And we want to try to get back to that. We had a garden for several years after my hubby retired, but then we just stopped doing it. And we need to get back to that. I think we all do. So let me get these things out of the way here and bring this up. Put a little die set here. I think it's adorable. And next time I cut this, I'll cut all 3 pieces to get that really layered look there. A little bit of grass here. And our stems. Super adorable, I think. Let me zoom in. Well, there you have it. Nice little ATC, Just Breathe, with our mushrooms. I hope you've enjoyed this time with me. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I would very much like to know your thoughts on my little ATC here. And yeah, the Spellbinders 2023 Crafty Advent Calendar. Do you have one? Will you be getting one now that you've seen 8 days of the item so far, and a couple of projects to help inspire, which I hope I have. Well, I hope you have an awesome evening in your neck of the woods, and until my next video, blessings to all. Bye-bye.